dark and dreary day out there more than anything. This is sort of that wintertime pattern we're getting into after those beautiful days that we had last week for a while.
Yeah, now it's time to pay the piper, but in this case, it's a good thing because we had a very dry stretch of weather, and now that we head into winter, meteorologically speaking, we are going to be getting into a wetter pattern, which will be very beneficial for us. Here's the view of our riverfront camera looking toward downtown Savannah. Along the Savannah River, you can see that overcast sky. Temperature is staying on the cooler side, just the middle and upper 50s for right now. A slight northeasterly breeze. Most other locations are looking at similar conditions for right now. And with that cloud cover, we are beginning to see a few showers. This is just going to be the beginning of more rain that will begin to move in later on this evening and into the first part of Tuesday, where we will have the opportunity for some heavy rain, mainly light to moderate activity right now, moving from the west to the east, and that's going to be the flow throughout tonight and into the day tomorrow. A drier pattern will set up for the middle part of the week, but then more rain becomes likely later on by the time we get to this coming weekend, and we really do need the rain. December 1st marks the beginning of meteorological winter, so fall wrapped up yesterday with the end of hurricane season, and 2025 tied 1922 for the driest November on record for Savannah, with just 1/100th of an inch of measurable rainfall for the month. And that is why we are seeing extreme drought and severe drought conditions setting up across the region. The measurements for this is conducted on Mondays, released on Thursdays then, so the rain that we get this week will not be accounted in the next update that comes out this Thursday, unfortunately. However, more rain is expected with another system that will move through on Friday and into Saturday. Rain chances tapering off early Sunday. So between Tuesday and then Friday and Saturday, we could see several inches of rain across the coastal Empire and the Low Country. So the first system that we are watching is making its way to the lower Mississippi River Valley. Right now, a little bit of moisture ahead of that brings the showers for right now. Very cold air is off to the north. Some snow across Missouri and into Illinois. A wintry mix across Tennessee and into Arkansas. This is the moisture that will move in tonight and into the first part of Tuesday, bringing us the opportunity for some pockets of heavy rain going to the first part of Tuesday. So rain becomes more widespread through the evening hours. Light to moderate rain expected. Maybe a little bit drier by 2 and 3 o'clock for some of us, but then another wave of moisture begins to move in by 4 and 5 o'clock in the morning, with some heavy rain possible through the mid-morning hours on Tuesday. As we approach lunchtime, most of that will begin to push off the coast, other than a few lingering showers possible. The winds will shift out of the west, which will help to dry us out for Tuesday evening and into the day Wednesday and Thursday. Rain will be heavy at times. For Tuesday, we could see up to about an inch of rain for some of us, and then with that second system that moves through Saturday and into the Sunday early morning hours, we can see up to around 2 and 3 inches of rain. So definitely some very beneficial rain on the way for us here in the coastal Empire and the Low Country. For tonight, 53 for low temperature. Scattered rain becomes more likely through the evening hours, and then rain becomes likely even more so for the first part of our Tuesday. Temperatures for the afternoon, not too bad. Mild and breezy conditions set up with maybe a couple of peaks of sunshine, but overall an overcast sky for us locally. Mix of clouds and sunshine for Wednesday and for Thursday. Temperatures in the 40s, upper 30s for lows, 50s and 60s for highs. A little cooler for Friday and into the weekend as that next system moves in, bringing us that chance for some heavy rain across the area. So typical weather for winter time, but it's going to be atypical for what we experience throughout the winter, unfortunately. Andrew?
Scott, thanks so much.